Hi there guys, this is Matt from FlowDynamics and this is another video on working with FlowDynamics. So today's video is going to focus on how to integrate between FlowDynamics and Wix. First thing you want to do is obviously make sure you have a Wix account. So go to wix.com, create your website. Once your website's all ready to go and you decide you want to add in the automated chat widget, so you actually want to add voice interaction or automated chat interaction directly on your website in a widget, which will kind of float on the bottom, right or left or wherever you want on the screen with the flow presented in front of the user. This is a great way to do it. So get your website going in Wix, build it up, head on over to FlowDynamics, make sure you sign up for FlowDynamics account, and click on the sign up button. And we even have a free account which allows you to try everything out, as well as other paid plans right at the get-go, and you can upgrade at any time, zero commitment, and very affordable pricing plans available as well. And we support a large variety of different channels from Facebook Messenger to Instagram, Twitter even. We do website embedding, voice telecommunications, SMS, amongst many others, and we plan to add more and more. And the system is only getting better and better every day. It's getting more stable and getting more getting better and better every day. So go ahead and check it out, flowdynamics.ca, and sign up for Wix, get your website going. Okay, so once you got that going, you want to essentially build a flow. If you don't know how to build a flow, we have a couple other videos on that. Go over to our YouTube channel and check it out, or go to help.flowdynamics.ca to find out a little more information on how you can do that. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have a flow that's ready to go. So here we go. We have a flow called Wix Demo, which is basically a simple flow with basically only 5 nodes, right? So you enter node, which gives the introduction, and we have 2 response nodes, which are set up as carousels. So in the main item here, if you take a look at the top, we have this set up as a carousel with a quick reply, which means that the user has to make a selection from below, and it will be presented to them in either the form of a button or a carousel card. So if you look at each one of these items, we have 2 carousel cards for each product selection or category that the user might be interested in, and they have 2 options, view and select. View will actually open up the URL, which is specified here in each of these response nodes, and we have that linked directly to each of the URLs accordingly, which correlate to the product category. And you'll see that in just a second. And what it does then, it goes down. If the user clicks on the select button, what it'll do is it'll navigate down through the conversational tree, and it will actually present this piece of content to them, and it'll loop back to the top. So it's a very simple loop through 2 categories flow, which kind of essentially presents the 2 main categories, product categories on this page. Once the flow has been built, and actually we can run it here to show you that it works. So you hit that, we're going to run it as an embed, and we're going to hit preview on that. As it loads up, tap on that to enable the audio. Okay, so as you can see, it did the introductory message, and it's displayed as a carousel. If the user hits view, it will open up a product category page. So this is great if you want to direct the users to a specific page where they can then add items to their cart or make purchases, or other informational pages. It literally can be used for any purpose related to the cart. If I hit, for example, select, it's going to navigate down through the conversation, and it's going to give a quick little message here about teas. And it loops back to the top again. Okay, so this is great and wonderful, but now how do we actually use it? Okay, so the first step is you want to make sure that we have the proper channels enabled. So go to channels and ensure that you have the web and the embedding channel enabled. You don't really need web, but you need embedding because that's you're embedding it on a site. Web is used if you want to just simply view it in a simple URL that you can send to friends and family or customers. If you send them this URL, it'll open up your flow directly in a separate page. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to integrate it right on a page. So to do that, we're going to take this and copy this embed code from the embed sharing. Okay, this snippet of JavaScript code includes all the necessaries in order to place the flow directly on your website. Go back to the Wix editor, hit the plus button over here, and we're going to click on Embed. Once you go to Embed, we're going to click Embed a Widget. We're going to click on Enter Code, and we're going to make sure that's selected as code, and we're going to paste in that right there. Paste it in there. Control V. Okay, you could even customize the caption if you want. If you know the user's languages, you can actually specify a language as well as the language equivalent. It supports full Unicode character set. So you can say, hi, hey, thirsty for tea. Okay, a little bit of a inviting message, and there's our content. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to expand it out, and we're actually going to, there's an option here to actually expand it to the full width of it. So we're going to click on that, and this button here, we're just going to stretch it to the full width, so it goes right down to the bottom. Now, I just want to take a moment to actually just explain the code just a little bit. As you can see, there's a simple call here, which basically, after the page loads, essentially, it will run an initialization method here. Okay. Now, you don't really have to be a programmer to understand what this is. You can just paste it right in from there, and that'll work just fine. But if you do have additional requirements, you can go to help.flowdynamics.ca, and once there, you can click on Embed API Options. Okay, do a search for that. And we have a full selection of options you can pass into it. You can do all kinds of cool things, such as change the caption as shown earlier. You can hit show caption or not show it at all. So you can just literally have the floater. So look, it'll essentially will just be a little icon without that there. You can do things like hide the close button. So if you want it open permanently, you can have it open permanently. You can set the background color. So the background color is more related to which, once the user opens it up, the top and background of the actual chat window. And you can also set the opacity of it. So if you want to add a cool see-through effect, almost like a glass pane, you can do that as well. You can set up default modes, so open and closed, as well as a delay. So after the page is, if it all loads automatically, you can have open, and this will set up a delay, so it'll wait, 5 seconds or 10 seconds. It's in milliseconds, of course. And this is positioning, and as well as many other options, size and offset and container. You can even pass in variables and things like that. Click on this. We're going to click on edit code. We're going to transparency. Let's say back color of we're going to pick a color of this faded blue here, and we're going to hit update and also save. Once we save it, all right, now that we've saved it, we want to preview it. So go up here and click on the preview button. And now that the preview button has been clicked, you can see the widgets at the bottom right. If we click on this, you'll see a transparent blue background.
Hi there, welcome to Bloom's Tea. How can I help?
And there we go. And we can actually interact with it. We can go view, and that'll open up the website that's linked in the link. And we can also hit select to ask or continue on the conversation, ask more questions about it, maybe a product line or service you might have, or a question or whatever. I mean, the sky's the limit. You can basically create categories for these cards and these responses however you want. So let's say we want to talk about extras. You can hit select extras. And your users can chat in either chat mode.
We have everything from pots to spoons, strainers, mugs, and more.
And there you go. So the next step is we're going back to the editor. This is great. We're going to hit save just to be sure. And then we're going to hit publish. So we're going to hit view site now. And that's going to open up the site we just published. And as you can see, the chat widget should be at the bottom right. And we tap on the chat widget just a little bit here.
Hi there, welcome to Bloom's Tea. How can I help?
The one final thing that you have to make sure you do is enable specific domains to be able to embed your flow. In order to do that, what you want to do is go to your main control panel, click on API and embedding. Okay, this is where you can generate things like API keys and things like that, or you can specify security for around the embedding. So what you want to do is you want to specify the domains that allow you to embed this. So this editor.wix.com will actually allow the system to work with wix.com, the previewing, and this, for example, is the actual URL or the host name for your site. So after you publish your Wix page, pull the URL from the top in the URL bar. You want just the first part up to the .com. So usually it's your username.wixsite.com, and put that into there. And make sure you add a host entry and hit save.
We have an excellent selection of loose leaf teas. Check them out today.
And that concludes the video on how to
integrate
FlowDynamics with Wix. Thanks.